Hey guys, Mr. Moody here, coming to you from my living room. I'm under the weather today and spending Monday trying to get better. So, while I'm gone, here's what we're going to do 40-minute warm up. That's a long warm up, okay? So, what I need you to do in that time is deciding what are you going to be working on out of these three things: studying, reading, or writing. Studying your stems. Stems quiz next class. All 75 stems. If you don't have the lists from earlier in the year, they're all on Canvas, okay? So just hop on there and study them. Uh, Reading, let's see. You have book group meetings next class, so you should have your books finished, okay? The Lit Circle group books that you chose. So the whatever survival, war, whatever the topic was the genre was that you chose, that book should be finished by next class, okay? For you to participate in that book group discussion. If you want to write, you could if you're done studying for STEMs, if you finish your book, you start typing up the intro paragraph that you wrote last class for your child soldier's essay. The mini lesson today is on body paragraphs, and you will come back to this video when you're ready to get into that mini lesson, okay? And you'll take some notes. So 40 minutes of warm up time, and then when your teacher, when the substitute teacher says it's time for the mini lesson, you just come straight back to this video and pull it up and skip ahead to that section of it. So, without further ado, I'm going to get into that mini lesson. If you haven't done your warm up yet, pause the video and wait until that warm up time is done. But here we go. So take out your writer's notebooks and go ahead and put today's class is 3.18, third quarter, 18th time we've met. The topic is body paragraph basics. So last class we did intro paragraphs, and we wrote those in our writer's notebooks. So first thing to begin with in a body paragraph is a topic sentence. That's the main idea of the paragraph, and it should introduce one of your reasons. So if your thesis statement had 3 reasons about why child soldiers are victims or perpetrators, then that first topic sentence, first body paragraph, needs to address one of those reasons. So once you've written a topic sentence that captures that piece of your thesis, that part of what the overall argument is, then you're going to get into multiple pieces of evidence. But here's the thing: you can't just have your evidence floating by itself. Okay, that's one of the mistakes I see more than anything in 8th grade writing is people just plop down a quote right in the middle of their writing. They don't literally lead into it. It's kind of awkwardly just plunked right down in the paragraph right after the topic sentence. I think that habit, you get into it a little bit with the RACE, CE. It's like I restated answer the question, and then I just plop down the evidence. But when we're writing a formal essay, it's very important to, I'm going to call this frame the evidence. It's very important to frame the evidence. So what you want to do is lead into the quote with your own words. That could be an entire sentence. You could start a sentence kind of talking about the source or talking about the example that you're giving, and then sort of transition into the quote, either with a comma or like a conjunction word, to shift into the quoted evidence. And then you finish the frame after the citation by talking about the quote, rephrasing it in your own words. Talk about your thinking. How does this evidence support your thesis? This should be like 2 or 3 sentences worth of analysis. This is the bulk of your thinking, okay? You're telling the reader kind of what to take out of this quote. So spend some time with that. And then you can sort of transition into, you don't just plop down your next paragraph. We don't just plop down your next piece of textual evidence. We frame it by leading into it with your own words, same as we did before, and then talking about the quote afterwards. Okay? So as you write your body paragraphs, you should be aiming for about a whole page in your writer's notebook for each body paragraph. And only a small portion of that is the cited textual evidence. Most of it is your topic sentence and then what you're using to frame that evidence. Okay, and that should be you should go a little more in depth than you think you are used to. The last thing you would do is add a little a little sentence at the very end, just kind of wrapping things up, kind of reiterating what your main idea is. Don't just rephrase it in the same exact words, but kind of reiterate that idea in new words, state it in a new way. So my last slide I want to show you is just a little bit about punctuation. And these are some examples of leading into a quote. And just look at how there's a sentence that begins and then it transitions into the quote, and then there's a citation afterwards. This is a weird citation right here. Yours are going to look more like this one with the author and then the page number. Or if you don't have an author, you would have the title of the source and then the page number. And I want you to note that on this third one, there's a comma. And if you're reading this example, the authors state, citing quotes can be annoying. Did you feel that pause? Did you feel that break right there? The authors state, citing quotes can be annoying. Whereas these other ones just flow directly into the citation. The message affirmed that the sky is in fact blue. Upton Sinclair described the workers as tied to the great packing machine and tied to it for life. Period after the citation. The authors state, comma, citing quotes can be annoying. Citation, period after the citation. Citing sources can get annoying because it can take a while. Cite like a champion, page 72, period after the citation. Do not mess up your punctuation, okay? There's no excuse. I'm showing you how to do it. Make sure that's right. No excuses. Here are the writing goals for the day. Use transitions and original words and phrases to frame the evidence in my body paragraphs. And finish at least one, maybe more, body paragraphs. Written in your notebook, each body paragraph should be around a full page. Your homework is not your writing. Your homework is going to be studying your stems and reading. Okay, we'll keep working on our writing next class. Why don't you pause the screen right now so you've got today's writing goals listed on here, and you'll be good to go. I am going to be by my phone, so if you have urgent questions, shoot me a Canvas message, and I'll do my best to respond to you. Okay, guys? Have a good day. Be good for the sub, and I will hopefully see you tomorrow. Bye.